I'm Matt Hicks. I am the Senior Technology Manager at Yeti Cycles. I roll out the systems that improve our business processes here at Yeti. It helps us ship over 2,500 SKUs to over 100 countries a day. And ShipLink helps us get our deliveries out on time and get our orders out the door. We have everything from your handlebars to shorts to bikes to jerseys. We make a lot of technical apparel, which is pretty cool, and our technical line is really taking off right now. It's something that we really take a lot of pride in too as well. The reason that we kind of have a saying here at Yeti Cycles that we build bikes that we want to ride. So we put a lot of engineering work into it. Even we have our racers do a lot of our testing and R&D for it too as well too. So we make some amazing bikes that are all carbon fiber and designed to race on and also have a really good time outside. And we're constantly testing new things too every day. We have all of our R&D, our engineers are all inside, in-house. And they actually go out and test every day. They're riding out every day. And they actually have a lot of our employees that go out and test new clothing, that test new bikes, new components. And we go out on the trails, our local trails, and ride them. And then we can give feedback directly right away. So Golden, Colorado is, in our opinion, a good mecca of mountain biking. We have a mountain bike trail a mile from here, so we do a lot of our testing from right outside our factory doors here, which is pretty awesome. So we get a chance to, every day from 11:30 to 1, we close and do something called a lunch ride where everybody from the company, we shut and lock our doors, and we get outside and get a ride together and test our bikes and play around out in the outdoors. Right now we have about 2,500 SKUs in our catalog, and that is just from our e-commerce catalog right now. We call it a ride-driven company, so we're very performance-based. So you know you're going to get the top-of-the-line bike. You can actually race it and win races with our bikes, and that's what we're kind of saying. Granted, there's a lot more than just the bike. There's also the racer itself too. So it's very cool. But yeah, for example, this is one of the bikes that we have, and we've actually won an EWS championship in it too. Richie Rude rode this bike and actually won a championship in it, which is really cool. And that's something that we take a lot of pride in, is our racers and our race team being able to race in it. So you can technically buy this bike and be able to ride the same bike that Richie Rude won in an EWS championship. We have riders all over the world. We distribute all over the United States and also all over the world too as well. So we have racers in Australia, we have racers in the US, we have Italy, we have Germany, you know, so we are all over the place right now, which is really cool. So we have all sorts of different riders. You know, you're gonna have your weekend warrior rider, you're gonna have your lunch rider, and then you're gonna have your professional racer. Also, you're gonna have your just weekend racer that's going out and riding bikes and having a blast doing it too. So our dealer network is very key to us. So what we need to do is make sure that when they have a customer that is walking in and saying, I want this bike right now, we can promise that bike and deliver that bike to them. And that is really key for us, to get that information over to the dealer and be able to provide them that shipping information, which we use ShipLink for, in order to provide that to our dealer so they can talk to their customer and say, this is when you're gonna get that bike, and this is when that bike is gonna be in your hands and you're gonna be able to take it out on the trail. Before SYSPRO and ShipLink, what we had to do is a lot of manual work within FedEx, and we had to remember all these different rules. Now what we have with ShipLink is the ability for ShipLink to take care of that. So ShipLink is actually what is controlling our rules. So based off some of the rules that we have, for example, some specific dealers would get free shipping. Some specific dealers would get, you know, a quantity discount if we would actually provide that to them. So what happens is that now ShipLink manages that information for us. So we build these rules within ShipLink that allow us to kind of control costs and actually give these promotions out to our dealers without us having not have to remember or key them in ourselves. So now we can rely on ShipLink for that work. ShipLink does benefit us by saving us quite a bit of time. The reason is now we don't have to key in a lot of the information. The information is actually pulled in from our ERP system into ShipLink, which actually saves quite a bit of time. You'd think it only would be a few clicks, but it is a lot more than that. When our team is out traveling, they're traveling all over the world, sometimes things happen. We have bikes that get lost. We have specific components that might break during the flight or something like that. So we need to make sure that we can get those bikes out to them, the replacement parts out to them right away. So what we do is internally we will grab stuff off the shelves that we need, the components, frames, something like that, and we will be able to use ShipLink, be able to send that out and get an accurate time when we'd actually have that out to them, so they'll be ready and prepared for the race. So that's the last thing they have to worry about, is the equipment when they are out on the racetrack, and they can focus on just winning that race.